Welcome to Upfront, the public affairs show here at Hall Communications on Cat Country 98.1.
And we are back. Sunday morning once again. Show is Upfront. My name is Phil Marlowe, and Upfront. You're sitting there going, okay, what is this all about? We were just playing music, and now we're talking. Well, Upfront is a program that we've been doing here at the radio station for as many years as I can remember. And I've been doing it for a good chunk of those many years. What we do on Sunday morning, and on this show in particular, is we sort of put our feelers out into the community and touch base with people who are doing good stuff in the community. Stuff that we think you ought to know about, stuff that could be going on right under your nose. And very often it is. So we invite those people to come in. We give them a platform. We got 2 microphones in here, plus mine, 50,000 watts of power. We throw it out there, and then, of course, you guys can internalize it any way you like. Hopefully, it inspires you to maybe get involved if it's an event-driven type thing, or maybe lend a hand to a particular organization, maybe become a board of director if we're talking about a 501c3, one of the nonprofits out there. There's a lot of different outcomes on your end of the microphones here, and I'm talking to the audience here. And none of them are right or wrong. It's however you choose to internalize it. So sit back. We got 30 minutes. We're going to be going back to a topic that we've already covered once before. So this will be our second annual show. Guests this morning, and we've got many of them, include, we'll start with Stephanie Pickup. Stephanie comes to us from Carefree Homes from Fairhaven, Mass. And Stephanie, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Greatest name ever.
I know. Try ordering takeout with that last name. It's always a challenge.
Should have been a card, dealer, but, we're working the housing industry. That's good. It's all right. You've brought friends, as you did last year. We'll start with Tori, and let me see if I get it right phonetically here. Grasela.
Yes,
Victoria Did I do it?
Grasela. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
It's early on a Sunday morning, so I never know how.
It is, and it's not always the easiest name to say. I, too, have a lot of, I've heard a lot of different ways to say it. So
there you go.
You got it.
Okay, good. We also have Drew Paetow, and Drew comes to us from GAF.
Yep, continuing the name game theme. Yes.
That's right. Fantastic. So did I mention, Tori, that you're from United Way?
Yes, from United Way of Greater New Bedford.
Fantastic. So this morning, in addition to sort of explaining what you all do individually, you've come together collectively for a great project called New Year, New Roof. And so let's start with sort of the individual players here. I'll start with you, Steph, because I'm staring right at you.
Okay.
Carefree Homes, give us an idea of what you guys do.
Yeah, so Carefree Homes, we're a family-owned and operated home improvement company. We're based in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, and my father-in-law started the company back in 1978. So we're actually going on 40 coming up in 2018, which is very, very exciting for us.
You don't look a day over 20.
Yeah, thank you. So, so we've been around for quite a while, and we provide basic home improvements and construction services like roofing, siding, windows, decks, porches, and we build new houses.
Both?
All residential.
All residential.
Some smaller commercial projects, but not
Not the
ginormous ones.
Okay.
No. So, but we're been around for a while.
Cool.
Yeah.
1978, that was a good year.
Yep.
Lots of good music came out in 78.
I was born in 78.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
I wasn't.
Now I'm really starting to feel old. And Drew, GAF, I know that we talked about this the last time. For guys in my demo, and I'm over 50, we remember GAF as the Viewmaster.
The Viewmaster, yes.
Company.
Yes, yep.
But that's not really what GAF is known for.
No.
Well, they are, but there are other things.
Yes, we're well known as the largest roofing manufacturing company in North America, and probably the world now with some of the acquisitions we've had recently. Yeah, why not? We'll take it over. Why not? What the hell? So yes, we've really grown, and we like to partner with companies that are doing things innovatively and like reaching out with the community, which is why the partnership with Carefree Homes has worked so well for us throughout the years.
Now, with roofing and siding and that sort of stuff, shingles, you guys into the solar stuff yet? Are you doing that?
Solar's it's pioneering technology. We have it. We have programs for it. It is Massachusetts is very
proactive.
It's very beneficial, I guess you could say, to be a homeowner in Massachusetts with solar, in terms of your give back and energy credits and tax purposes and things like that. Rhode Island's a little bit behind the times, but they're getting there. But you're starting to see it on more and more houses and more commercial properties and that sort of stuff. So it's definitely where things are going further down the line.
Yeah. I've been reading a little bit about it, and it seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, it really is. Really is.
Now we're starting to see some of these like solar farms creeping up in neighborhoods, and I'm thinking
a lot
wow.
of state lands, especially off of highways and stuff like that. Stuff where it's just sitting there. It's everywhere.
It's amazing. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. And there's one not too far from my home, and I'm wondering if I'm going to start glowing anytime soon. But
it all depends on the angle.
I'm a little concerned, but
if you're living under the power lines, you might have a problem.
No, I'm not. So I think I'm good. I hope I'm good. And Tori, you're with the United Way. How do you fit into the scheme of what we're doing here?
Yeah, so I'm with the United Way of Greater New Bedford, but I'm also here on behalf of the Cape Cod and the Islands United Way as well. Both of us are pairing with Carefree Homes. Stephanie, her family, and Carefree Homes have been wonderful partners with us. They volunteer with us pretty frequently at different events. They just helped us package 1,000 Thanksgiving meals, and they were wonderful for doing that. And so when Stephanie approached us a few years ago about doing this campaign, we said, absolutely, this is a fantastic way to help more people in our service area. So we help do the promotion and help to find some families that are a great fit for this program.
Well, let's talk about, Steph, last year it had a slightly different name, but ultimately the same end result, which was to get a new roof for a deserving family.
Yes.
And this year it's the same thing, but under a different guise and a slightly broader outlook. But let's go back to last year. How did it all go?
It was great. Last year was our second year for a roof giveaway, and it was a lot of fun. I think we had about maybe a dozen nominees last year, which was great. From our first year, I think we only had 6 or something like that. So coming on your show,
it was this show.
No, really, it truly did, because we had homeowners that went out to Somerset and we're going, because basically the first year was just the greater New Bedford area. And of course, we were restricted to just Bristol County. But this year, we've opened it up to the entire Carefree Home service area. So we can also offer the roof giveaway to our Rhode Island homeowners, our Cape homeowners, plus our South Coast Mass homeowners. So we're really excited to grow it. But last year was great. We had Sherry Watkins of New Bedford. Her daughter nominated her. We surprised her at work.
Oh, my God.
Tori and I, and Michelle Hantman, who's the president. It was kind of like Publishers Clearinghouse style, which was a lot of fun. So I had the balloons and the sign, and we had the black tie cookie bouquet like we presented to you today. So we had a gourmet cookie bouquet that we presented.
To dive into.
I know. So we had the black tie cookies, and we just showed up at this. Basically, it was like an office. What was the name of it? Oh, it was a community. Yeah, the community center, where it's basically, like your typical office. And so we pop in, and we actually had to wait, which was kind of embarrassing. So the guy's checking us in, and we're sitting there waiting with balloons and Publishers Clearinghouse, like everyone's staring at us. And anyways, we finally got to peek around to Sherry's cubicle and surprise her with her daughter. And it was just really great. It was fun. We actually have video on it. Actually, Tori, you have it on United Way of Greater New Bedford's Facebook page. If you go to their videos, you can see last year's surprise. It's pretty funny.
That is awesome.
So it was a lot of fun. So, and she was a great lady with a great story. So it's always awesome to help homeowners who are deserving like her. So it was great. It was awesome. And then we also partnered with Black Tie Cookies. They're based in Dartmouth, Mass, and gourmet cookie bouquets. So you have to check them out if you like delicious treats for your friends and family. But every finalist got a cookie bouquet, and then the winner obviously got some too. So it was a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. And delicious.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not only sweet that you're getting a
free roof,
but
cookies.
you're actually getting sweets.
Yes.
And then, of course, GAF responsible for the roofing materials. And do you actually do the install, or is it
No.
Carefree does the
No,
the
Carefree
install?
uses their technicians to install the roof, and we provide the materials for them, the components. And
You drink coffee and watch them do it.
No. It is a hard job. It's.
I bet.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
bet. Roofing, to me, seems you have to be a little nuts.
Yeah.
To do it, because the pitches on roofs can be anywhere from just a simple A-frame to something very complex. And,
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Steep slope is a little
I have a very steep slope on one of the roofs on my house, and I pity the fool. it's got to get on my roof because it's a real steep pitch.
It is.
But
And we're grateful to have great crews that have been with us for a long time.
Yeah.
So they definitely know what they're doing. We're a GAF Master Elite contractor, which means basically we're the cream of the crop over at Carefree
Pretty
Homes.
much.
Only
Pretty
3%.
much.
Only 3% of roofers actually have that credential. So we're pretty proud of that.
that's because you
And-
gave Drew cookies.
Yeah.
I'm easily bought. Easily bought.
But yeah, so the winner is going to get a GAF Timberline HD roofing system, which comes with a fantastic 50-year non-prorated warranty.
Wow.
So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Did they get to pick the shingles?
They
Do
can pick the color, absolutely.
everything.
Everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes, very cool.
Yep. However you want it to look.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a great collection of color blends to suit your style.
Nice Vanna White voice on that. I like that.
That's going to sound like a Tim Gunn kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it feels like we're on Project Runway here. We're going to mood.
Stylists.
If you're just tuning in, we're talking New Year, New Roof. It's a program that's being brought your way by the good folks at Carefree Homes and the United Way of Greater New Bedford and GAF. And we're getting down to some of the nitty gritty now. How do we, if folks are listening, and well, first off, when does it start? The nomination period is a little down the road.
Yes, so the program actually kicks off January 1st on the new year.
So it is
So
brand
the
new.
nomination period runs from January 1st through January 8th. That first week, people can nominate. Just go to our website at carefreehomescompany.com and get to the main page. And there's a little handy-dandy slider. Just click on it, and it'll bring you right to the New Year, New Roof page. And they can just nominate a homeowner, basically share a little bit about their story. We do want to hear a little bit about why that homeowner is deserving. Maybe perhaps it's a single mom who's struggling to support her family, or a neighbor who's overcome with medical expenses, or a senior citizen who's on a fixed income, whatever the challenge may be, and why they're deserving. We want to hear a little bit about them for the nomination process. So
Sure.
so it's kind of like a human, like a storytelling. It's
Sure.
really a great way for us to connect with the community, which is, I think, what we like about it the most. It's not just giving away a roof. It's we're getting to know some really amazing people in our community who may not be able to afford a new roof, but are doing other great things themselves. In the past, our previous nominees have been, active volunteers and members of their community that have done really great things, whether for their community or even in their families, and have had personal struggles, but have managed to overcome them and maintain a positive outlook on life. But they still, they can't afford that roof. But we've actually had some people bow out as nominees. We had a World War II veteran one year who
You mentioned that.
said, no, I want someone else to have it. Like that generation, you just can't beat that. So we had to remove him because he wanted someone else to have the roof.
You're too darn selfless.
Yes. So we've had some really great nominees in the past, which is very exciting. So we have the nomination period that first week of January, and then we basically qualify all the nominees, make sure they're in our service area, all that good stuff, and then we choose 3 finalists. And then once we choose the finalists, then the community actually votes and they pick the winner,
And decide.
which makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So that really invites the listeners and the community to get them involved and help us pick, the person who's going to win the new roof, which is
Very
really exciting.
American Idol.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's a lot of fun.
So are there any restrictions that folks will have, you know.
I guess they have to be in our service area, which on the website we have a little service area map. So pretty much it's Upper and Mid Cape, generally speaking, southeastern Massachusetts, and then eastern Rhode Island, Aquidneck Island, Providence. But if you want the exact
income levels and things like that.
Oh no,
does any of that ever
no, there's no
factor?
income levels.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just kind of like the human interest story, like which person
really is deserving.
Yeah, is the most deserving. I mean, and all of them are. It's just how that's probably the most difficult part of it.
Right.
Is choosing the finalists. But as far as restrictions, no, there's no income restrictions. You do have to be a homeowner, obviously. You
Sure.
can't, you have to own the house that you're living in to be nominated. So, but friends, family, neighbors, anybody can nominate a homeowner. So,
Have they in the past been nominated? Folks been nominated and not known that they were put out there?
yeah, that was like, for example, the World War II veteran.
He had no idea.
We had no idea, and then when we called, then his son was like,
And then he
we
got
called, he was
mad.
like, yeah, no, I don't want to be nominated. Actually, the winner of our first roof giveaway, Kari Miller, she had no idea until obviously she was nominated and the voting started. She had no idea. She was surprised by her friend, which was really fun. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Some people, I've had people nominate themselves actually, which is entirely okay if you want. But
Okay, I will.
I mean, it's okay. But
I'm in your coverage here.
yeah. So it's just, but usually it's a friend or a family member or a
Yep.
neighbor that's nominating somebody. But yeah, and then we announce the if you want the whole timeline.
Sure, yeah.
All right, so we'll throw it all out there. So the finalists are announced Friday, January 12th. And all this will all be on our website too at carefreehomescompany.com. So feel free to check it out. Voting begins on Saturday, the 13th of January, and it ends on January 21st. So it was about a week's worth of voting, which it seems like it'd be a long time, but when it gets down to crunch time and then they start panicking, it's actually really funny. Sherry tells her, so Sherry, our winner from last year, has, because they don't know who's in the lead. It's all
Okay.
all the numbers are hidden, so it's not like you can see who's in first place or second place or third. So Sherry was saying how much anxiety everybody had because they weren't sure if she was winning. So she pretended she was at the back of the pack the entire time, and she got the biggest turnout out of the 2 years that we've had it. She had an amazing turnout. So, and then we reveal the winner on January 24th, which is in the middle of the week on a Wednesday.
Wow. So it's basically the whole month of January.
Yeah, it's about
something's going on.
a 4-week campaign.
Yeah.
So
Now, can people stack the deck
stack the deck. I don't know.
with the voting? Can they just
you can-
vote for
it's,
themselves over and over and over
Yeah,
again?
it's one vote per email.
Okay.
Per email address.
Okay.
But if it's the same person that keeps making a bunch of fake emails, we'll notice that. So
Yeah.
that'll be a problem.
don't
We
want
won't
that
do
to
that.
happen.
It's got to be fair.
Yeah.
So
And you need something else to do with your time.
Yeah.
yeah. So
But I need a new roof.
yes. Yeah, but no, it's been a lot of fun, and we really haven't had any problems with anything like that.
Good.
It's just been really a great community building event that we really enjoy hosting and being a part of. And it's great to be with United Way of Greater New Bedford. We do a lot with them throughout the year. So, and we're excited to bring on Cape Cod and the Islands United Way. It's really exciting. So,
Yeah.
and of course, GAF. Thanks, Drew.
Anything for you.
He was very humble and very tall, I might
Yes,
add,
he is very
which
tall.
you can't see on the radio. But and by the way, we haven't mentioned that Erin is here too. She's lending moral support, and
Erin likes to hide. She's
I don't know if
just kinda-
she's doing like Facebook Live or something with us here, but it's very high tech with the iPhone there. So I like it.
Erin's my partner in crime,
it's not
my
an
marketing
iPhone.
my marketing buddy at Carefree Homes.
Here you go.
Yeah, we're a team.
So the nominations come in. Then who all goes out and checks these stories
So
out? And
we do.
You
Yeah,
do.
yeah. We actually, Erin and I have a bunch of days of panicking and making sure we're picking the right people, and yeah. So Erin and I pick the finalists, and then once we announce them, then it's up to the community to pick the winner.
Yeah.
So.
So you actually go into each individual person's home.
We usually
or do
call. We'll usually
would you
call.
Drew
We
and
usually
say,
call.
Come and inspect it.
No, we'll call the nominees to speak with, not the nominees, the people who nominated them, to learn a little bit more about them and get a little bit more of their story. We do get, so once they are qualified, they have to submit a picture of the roof so we can see what it looks like. So we review the images of the roof to see the condition, how bad is it, and then that's it. And then we basically, from there, we choose our finalists, and then it's left to the community after that.
Does United Way, Trish, Tori, Trish, Tori, it's early, it's Sunday.
I answered everything. It's fine.
Does the United Way want to participate or actively participate in any of the selection process?
So we're not really in the selection process, but we are there when the winner is announced. We were there last year to surprise the winner, which is just so much fun. You know, we get to see some of these stories as they're coming in, and then to actually see the person who's winning, it's exciting for us, and we're happy to be part of it. Yeah. So any way we can help promote this, we're happy to do that. And again, we love seeing that final, glimpse at the person who's won, and the excitement of knowing that they're going to start the new year with something so awesome.
The roof on any one home could, as I sort of alluded to earlier, could range from a very simple type roof to something extraordinarily large and complex.
Right.
Do you guys is that any factor in how you guys
a little
look
bit?
at
I mean,
it?
it's not the end all be all, but a little bit. It does factor in a little bit, but really not.
I nominated my friend who's a multimillionaire.
Yeah,
He's got to get his mansion redone.
Yeah, a mansion.
Really didn't want to do it himself.
Yeah,
so.
They're less likely to win or get nominated. But no, we don't really have any major restrictions as far. We do like to obviously look at the condition of the roof, but really it's more about the people, and their personal stories and how we can help them, and how have they given back if they have, or how have they impacted the communities themselves. And we're kind of looking for the person that we feel is most deserving. And so that's the hard part, really.
Right.
And so actually we did informally last year, United Way, I'd be like, hey, Michelle, which nominees were most touching to you? Which one did you find? And so actually I believe Sherry, our winner last year, was one of Michelle's top choices for the finalists, I think. Right? Do you remember, Tori? I don't remember. But yeah, so we do, just to be like, hey, are there any stories that impacted you the most? What do you think, kind of thing? So we do take into consideration what their opinions are as well. So it's kind of a collaboration.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking of things like Habitat for Humanity, very different type thing, but, sometimes what they'll do is they'll have the actual community when they're building a home come in and physically take part in restoring a home. You guys don't do anything like that. That's
leave it to the pros. Leave it to the pros.
There's definitely roofing is not a good DIY.
No.
Don't recommend it. I mean,
not advisable.
No, the roof is probably the most important part of your house. So we don't want to have anybody picking up a hammer to hang out. And
it's totally a science.
Oh, there's a lot to it.
There's a whole
Drew,
lot
if you want to
to
talk about the exciting parts of a GAF Timberline roofing
Everyone
system.
get ready to fall back asleep.
No, I'm serious, because having built a home myself, my wife and I acted as our own general contractors. Don't ask me why.
That must have been fun.
Don't ask me why. We're still married. I still have a job. I don't know how that happened.
No more hair, though. So
no more hair, exactly. But as I've learned, a home breathes. A home. And it
moves.
All starts with, it does.
All integrated.
Well, I have a log home, so that's even more movement.
Oh, yeah.
boy.
So you got a lot of moving parts, no pun intended.
Really, the roof is like the nasal passages of a home. It's like
Everything
helps it
flows
breathe.
through. Yes, absolutely. Yep. How?
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, you don't have to get technical, but what is it about the roof that is so important about a home?
It is a living, breathing thing, your house as a whole. It expands, it contracts, it gets cold, it gets warm, exhausts heat, draws in heat sometimes if things are out of balance. So to have a properly functioning ventilation system is a part of the roofing system as a whole. So the roof is so much more than just shingles. It's all the other parts and pieces that go along with it. It's the waterproofing element of it. It's the ventilation. So those two things within the roofing system as a whole really sort of are the functional elements, I guess you could say, of it. And the shingles that you choose, the color, that's just the aesthetics. It's everything else that you can't see is how the roof works. And it's the same thing with your siding. It's your protective shell, but underneath it's your vapor barrier and everything else on the inside that you can't see.
Right.
So that's really the most important part, and that's why companies like Carefree are hard to find, but great to work with once you know who they are.
And that's why they get the A++++ rating.
A+.
Yeah, that's it. And, you know, I mean, anyone can go up there and hack something together and make it look good, but to actually know what you're doing,
which is
be good at
pretty
it.
much what happened in my case.
Be there.
Yeah. You don't want to hire Chuck and Chuck. We always
I'll
there's a reason they've been around for 40 years. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. We get calls a lot from people who hire Chuck and a Truck, and they say, my roof is leaking. Can you repair? And I said, hey, did you know who your contractor was? You know, oh, I can't get in touch with them, you know, so.
Can't get in touch with them, out of business, new phone
out
number.
of business, yeah. So it's important to find a reputable contractor when it comes time to work on your home because it's your greatest investment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Carefree Homes is always here to provide, you know, the professional grade home improvements that homeowners are looking for.
Well, look at that. That was like a mini commercial. I liked it. It was really good. And you know, we're heading into the home stretch. So as you are sort of telling folks about Carefree and the services that you provide, why don't you go ahead and give a phone number where people can contact you and also the website and all the other particulars for the contest.
Sure. So you can always visit us online at carefreehomescompany.com. World's longest domain. Sorry about that. Or you can just, if you want to call the office, if you ever have any questions or if anyone has trouble with submissions or anything, they can always just give me a call at the office at 508-997-1111. And to be more exact, you can reach me at extension 105. And you'll talk to me. We're a small family company, so you'll actually talk to Andrea, our office manager, first, and then you'll probably get connected to me, or I'll answer the phone directly. We're a very small crew. So if anyone has questions, they can always call the office.
So all of the particulars about the contest are on your site. Are they on the GAF site as well? Is there? No.
Nope.
Nope, it's all independent.
United Way, nothing?
No.
We'll end up putting something to link to their website, but you'll find the majority of the information on their site. That's where the voting will take place, the nominations go all through Carefree.
Okay. Well, we're only a few weeks away, so the good news is that we're planting the seed now.
Yes.
And we're giving folks a little time to give it some thought. If they're in Rhode Island, if they're in the Cape, the islands, southeastern Massachusetts, that area, think about some deserving people. This is a time when you're thinking about that stuff anyway. It's the end of the year. You get more reflective. You're looking forward to a new year and a new start. And what a great way to sort of tie it all together than to nominate somebody who really is deserving.
Right.
So
yeah, we're excited.
We're looking for storytellers.
Storytellers. Yeah. And great people.
To participate and great people to nominate.
Yep.
So again, it begins the
January 1st is when it begins, and just go to Carefree Homes. Yep. And then just go to carefreehomescompany.com. Right on the main page, we'll have a link to the New Year, New Roof page, and it's all pretty self-explanatory. There'll be a little small submission form, and so just enter in, the homeowner's name, your name. There'll be like email, phone number, information, a short little blurb, telling us a little bit about the nominee. And then once we get the submission, we will just make sure you're in the service area and all that great stuff. And we'll get back in touch with them just to ask for some additional information, some photos of the roof, learn a little bit more about the nominee. And then we go into the selection phase where we pick the finalist. So. And
you when would you actually do the roof itself? Is that just
the roof
ended when
it usually is? I mean,
probably spring.
Probably in a couple. No, it'd be probably like a couple of weeks after.
Really?
Yeah, depending on scheduling.
Can do roofing during the winter?
Yes, all throughout the year.
Wow.
Yep.
See, I'm a dope. I don't
no,
know
you're not.
No,
not everybody knows that. Actually, a lot of people
just have to talk to the professional.
Yes, well, that's
actually a lot of homeowners don't think that we do any home improvements, and they're like, oh. Can you, I want to have my roof in the spring. I'm like, well, it's okay. You don't have to wait until the spring. We can do it now for you if you like. So we do work throughout the year. And we're on Cape all year round too. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm looking at the clock and, a half hour seems daunting at first. But in reality, when you get to talking, it goes by very quickly. And we have reached the end. So I'll thank you all again. Drew wipes his forehead and breathes a sigh of relief.
Drew's a natural. Who are you kidding,
survived, Drew.
Made
Stephanie and Tori, Aaron and Drew, thank you all for coming in. Carefree Homes, GAF, United Way of Greater New Bedford, and the whole program that we've been talking about this morning. New year, new roof. Check it out on the Carefree Homes website and nominate.
Yes. We want to hear their stories.
Terrific. Well,
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're
for
welcome
having us.
so much.
Really appreciate it.
We got to get
Thank
out
you,
of
Phil.
here. So we're going to wrap up this edition of Upfront. But I'm back again next Sunday. Next Sunday, which happens to be next Sunday, with a new topic and a new guest, and I hope you'll be there too.
Thank you for listening to Upfront. If you need more information about today's topic or would like to see if your organization might be considered for a future program, please contact Phil Marlowe at 401-467-4366. Tune in next Sunday for another look at what's happening in our community here on Upfront.